So, imagine you had to create a message for the entire cosmos, a kind of mixtape, but one that had to last for a billion years and be understood by a life form you can't even begin to imagine. Well, back in the 1970s, that's exactly what humanity did. They called them the Golden Records.
And get this isn't some artifact just sitting in a museum. We're talking about right now. 2 copies of this message bolted to the sides of the Voyager spacecraft have already left our solar system. They are literally hurtling through the vast, silent emptiness of interstellar space, carrying the story of our world with them.
Okay, but that brings up a fascinating problem, doesn't it? I mean, picture it. You're part of some alien civilization, and you find this weird golden disk floating in space. You have no idea what a record is, what a needle is. You might not even have the concept of sound as we know it. So, how on earth would you even start to figure out what's inside? To solve that puzzle, the team, which was led by the legendary Carl Sagan, knew they couldn't use language. They couldn't use any symbols we'd recognize. They had to find a fundamental starting point, a key that would be understood by any intelligent species, anywhere in the universe. They needed a constant, something woven into the very fabric of reality. And they found it. In hydrogen. It's the most common element in the entire cosmos, so any spacefaring civilization would have to know about it. So they focused on this one really fundamental property. When a hydrogen atom's electron flips its spin, it spits out radiation with a super precise wave period, a constant 0.7 nanoseconds. This tiny, consistent pulse of time, well, that became the universal tick of their cosmic clock. The logic here is it's absolutely beautiful in its simplicity. Any civilization advanced enough to find the record will know about hydrogen. From there, they can measure its constant wave period, and boom, just like that, you've established a common unit of time, a universal second, without sharing a single word. It's the ultimate Rosetta Stone. Okay, so once you've established that universal second, you can actually start building a user manual from scratch. So the instructions are etched right onto the cover of the record. You've got these simple diagrams that show the disk and a stylus, kind of pointing out how to get started. But the real genius is the speed. There's a sequence of binary code that, when you translate it using that hydrogen time unit, tells you the exact rotation time. It works out to about 16 2/3 RPM. It is a complete, totally wordless user manual. So if they follow the instructions and get it right, what do they find? Well, they unlock this incredible 90-minute portrait of our world. They'll hear the sounds of Earth, things like a baby crying, thunder, a whale's song. They'll hear music from all over the world, everything from Bach to Chuck Berry. And then, hidden inside that audio signal are 115 images, encoded as data, showing everything from our DNA to a supermarket to a mother breastfeeding her child. It's a snapshot of us. All right, so they've played our message, they've seen our pictures, they've heard our sounds. Their next question is obviously going to be, okay, so where did this come from? And incredibly, the record has an answer for that too. The key to our cosmic address is a map. And that map is built all around the number 14. Yep, 14 very specific reference points. The cover of the record has a map that plots the location of our sun relative to 14 different pulsars. Now, pulsars are these dense spinning stars that shoot out radiation, kind of like cosmic lighthouses. And because every single one has a unique pulse, an advanced civilization could use them to triangulate where the signal came from and find their way right to our little corner of the galaxy. I mean, the sheer ingenuity of this thing is just staggering. But when you look past all the brilliant science and the clever encoding, there's a much deeper question, isn't there? What does this message in a bottle really represent? You know, one of the people who worked on the project might have put it best. This quote, it just perfectly captures the profound humility and really the hope of the entire thing. It's us acknowledging our small, kind of lonely place in the cosmos. Just a single species on one tiny world, reaching out with everything we have, just hoping someone else is listening. And so that leaves us with the ultimate question, right? If maybe thousands or even millions of years from now this record is found and it's deciphered, what will an alien intelligence think of the creatures who sent it? What impression of humanity will we have left behind floating out there in the dark?